Meghan reaped what she sowed. Karma chases and kills public enemy number one.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the King YouTube channel.
Alright, so if you just do a little bit of research, spend 5 minutes on Google, you can discover that Meghan created a lot of conflict. And if you want to know more about it, then I really recommend the book by Tom Bauer, Revenge. It's very pro-royalty, so if you're offended by that sort of thing, okay, maybe don't look at it. But it really offers some perspective into some of the things that have happened. And it also suggested that Meghan was lying about those accusations that she made. About the racism claims. Alright, let's be fair here. It's not like the royal family has never been guilty of a little bit of racism. Prince Philip, God rest his soul, said some things publicly that indicated that maybe behind closed doors he was a bit racist. But I don't believe he hated anybody. I think he was a product of his generation. And I don't believe for 1 second that the royal family showed any racism towards Meghan. There's no evidence of that. And there are some very well-researched books that give a lot more nuance into the role Meghan played in hers and Harry's choices in the past. And if there is one thing I find completely intolerable, it has to be a liar. The evidence suggests that Meghan lied about her experiences so that she could portray herself as a better person than she really is, and of course make herself look like a victim and make the royal family look bad. She wanted all the perks of being a royal, but she didn't want to have to do any of the work. She didn't want to have to work on behalf of charities. And Meghan Markle is an overly ambitious person. She abuses people she considers to be beneath her. She is not a humanitarian. She is only willing to work for her own benefit. And as we have discussed before, Meghan is a compulsive liar. Meghan also treated her own family like crap. And I can't say for sure that they aren't to blame in that situation. But one of Meghan's biggest problems right now is it seems like she is incapable of introspection. She's not willing to do the work that is necessary to grow. She will never admit if she did something wrong. And we all do things that are wrong sometimes. We all make mistakes as part of being human. Meghan has done herself no favors. Meghan and Harry were so insistent that they wanted a life of privacy. They wanted to get away from the press. And what have they proceeded to do? Well, they have proceeded to put themselves in front of cameras for money ever since they said that. They have humiliated and embarrassed both their families for money, and they have made a lot of money off trashing their families. People don't like that, especially when other people are there to refute their version of the story, including ex-employees and old friends. So no, I don't believe that Meghan is just a victim of the media or some orchestrated hate campaign. I do not believe for 1 second that all negative reports about Meghan are based on lies. It seems like the Sugars tried to blame everybody and anybody for Meghan's bad reputation except for Meghan herself. There are more than enough sources to suggest that this rose-colored view of Meghan may not be entirely accurate. And when writing about how horrible bias is, it's important that people don't indulge in it themselves. Honestly, folks, I haven't seen anything suggesting that anybody is pushing this could have happened narrative other than Meghan and Harry themselves, could have been left vulnerable when publicly paid protection was taken away, could have been involved in a catastrophic car incident when nothing like that happened. I could go on, but I think you get the picture. Meghan has so many complaints. She has told so many lies about the situation. But does she even want things to get better? No. She wants to get revenge. She wants payback. She wants people to lose their happy lives. She wants people to lose their jobs, and she wants more money for herself. And that is where the big problem is. These problems can be easily traced back to Meghan thanks to the flying monkeys who do her dirty work for her. And when you ask them a little bit more about what they're saying, they can't really elaborate. When we keep seeing this same pattern happening again and again, this is not a case of bias, it's just facts. Meghan and Harry's MO is pretty clear. Tell a lie and hope that other people spread the lie. Meghan, though, was very foolish to tell so many lies about people, which are easily disproven. I guess she started her lies when she was a little girl with that story about the dish soap commercial. Well, maybe the detergent seller didn't bother refuting her claims, but people are a little different. For example, what about that ugly lie about William having an affair with Rose? Oh, my goodness, you can track it right back to Giles Corrin. He admits that it was made up at Soho House at the opening in Amsterdam. Apparently 6 friends were there, and 2 of those friends were Harry and Meghan. So why did they pick Rose? Well, apparently there were many reasons. Rose was a close friend of Catherine and William, but she was also Harry's official companion at a formal state banquet to which Meghan Markle wasn't invited. So, of course, that made Meghan decide she needed to get revenge. It is Meghan herself who is the source of so many of these false rumors. Meghan's hoping that people are going to stay interested in her non-productive life. All the things she's going to do is what we hear about. But none of them are beneficial or interesting to anybody except Meghan, and she pays a lot of money to PR companies to plant these stories in the media. But that still does not get Meghan the attention that she wants because she's boring, she's transparent, she's a middle-aged mooch. Do you agree with my point of view? Let's talk about it together. And as always, you and I are going to discuss the points that we made recently in the video called Sad Truth, Meghan and Harry Beg to Attend Kevin Costner's Event. The first comment I want to talk about comes from Aquarius. I have to say the Harkles have become a laughingstock with their desperation to be noticed. The monarchy still reigns supreme over these idiots. God save the king. Aquarius, I love this point that you're making, because at the end of the day, sometimes we get so wrapped up in this Meghan and Harry drama that we forget the reality of the situation. Most people don't care about them. So thanks for reminding me, at least, of this comforting fact. And then next comment comes from Connie. I feel so bad for Kevin, who shows up without an invitation. Harkles are not in that league of millionaire. Just tell them to leave. Meghan Markle doesn't care if she's invited to events or not. She's going to show up anyway. Just think about that wedding that she crashed when Harry was trying to get away from her. She is shameless if nothing else. And then Linda, the longer Harry stays with Meghan and seemingly ignores his role as a father, his reputation sinks. This is true. I don't know if Harry's too dumb to realize that, or if he just doesn't care, or if he's so under Meghan's control that he can't escape her. But you're right. I mean, the longer he stays with her, the worse he makes himself look. And then we've got Elizabeth. Meghan's coat does look like a horse blanket. Didn't it though? So weird. Next up, Kaz. I really hope our Prince and Princess of Wales are watching this. I hear they like a good comedy show. Honestly, I want to believe this too. I think that they read about Meghan and Harry. I mean, how could they not? And I think they just laugh because at this point, Meghan and Harry only make themselves look more ridiculous. And I don't believe that Catherine and William view them as a threat. Next comment, looks like the horse blanket will camouflage any recording device. This is from Yina, I think is how you say the name. She is a big fan of hiding recording devices under coats. We've noticed that in the past, so you may be right. And then Casper, the claw outfit at the award looks like a cover blanket that you would throw over a horse. That's what a lot of people are saying, and you guys are right. I saw that too. And then Janet, that's because she got a microphone hid under it. Again, yep, probably true. Next up, Cheryl. Oh, Harry always looks like he needs a shower, and Meghan was wearing a horse blanket? What the heck? At least it wasn't wrinkled. Yikes. Now this is a good point. We gotta give credit where credit is due. At least for once, Meghan wasn't wearing wrinkled clothing, probably because the horse blanket really can't wrinkle, but whatever. Claire says, you don't see a real-life person having the exact same shapely figure as a female SpongeBob SquarePants very often, and for that, she will always amuse me. I've never even heard that one before, but yeah, that weird boxy body, I see the resemblance. Again, I want to thank everybody so much for discussing this with us, and if you have any other ideas, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed our video this evening, don't be afraid to like and share with your friends and relatives who would also enjoy it.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our The King YouTube channel to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely evening, and we'll be back to see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you all.